How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all. Tony won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
What are you making them skies then?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out of mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with sending an owl their way the moment the winds turn foul.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the... Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have that. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekian fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their... Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Let me guess. You're here about the...
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't... That, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better... And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting... But I dare say you remember your child...
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive,
Only one. That would be a first.
it would. Actually, we had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Clive! I don't mean to be glue. They need all the... Here you go. Think you can help?
Bandit problem.
Indeed. Although,
Any idea where they went?
the desert's but the fact is...
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach... And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you've...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor? What's he doing here?
Sid.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dhalmekian is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamir's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So?
What I saw was a room full of people who were but have left to smolder. That anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exact. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Sid the Out...
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make... before presenting them,
and that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ours.
When all that fear and anger can be directed.
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking.
Play along.
What he means to say is...
Picture it, Conrad. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest...
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the...
Victor says that there aren't any men left to hire.
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from... You know of the 7 high houses? There must be 2 swords assigned each. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamir's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? that a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those...
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest, and there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
A shop?
If I had my pickaxe, I would have...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy it. Ah, here it. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. Driving, it is only a matter of time before...
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not...
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced... Now, my...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
I wouldn't see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have, with time...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury.
I take it your scouts found them.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All of...
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the house.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert.
Very well.
The rest, my friend, the stakes I concede are high. But if
that is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around...
Then it will be for us to see that their hands...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as...
And we will do this.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The town.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn would have been lost.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dhalmekian.
We all saved.
Conrad seems to have...
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitor...
The plan worked. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits.
Calm now, Victor. Why quip? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that.
So... Where did you learn to swim?
The bandits may be known, but look what they've left us.
Mummy. The gentleman of the town guard was
Do you have any fresh water?
I spoke to your friend. That's fantastic. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is mine.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even hand, and without the market. Right.
If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing.
The woes of the... Never.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. A fine choice. May Gilbert smile upon you.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
Are you hurt?
Happily. More colossal vessels. Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the a tantalizing mystery, no doubt. Come, good sir.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
We don't want...
No.
Well,
Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here. I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
It's over!
Let's get this.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting.
Joseph,
I don't know you.
your porter friend sent me to find you.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to...
I take it things are more complicated.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left them, because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or... Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but the others, they huddled around that food, ready to... They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself.
So you spared them? And
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so... And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk...
I'm impressed. I didn't know
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it.
Not again. All right then. Who's first? You're going to get yourself...
Oh, not... As Moss, in reaching the... on...
my ambrosia.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time. Nice try. Too slow.
To me, boy.
Not good. Still in one pit.
And he could not. Your lives and
That-
I. And so, here, your reward.
Joseph's. straight home now. That's better.
Forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing are welcome here. So empty your pockets. Your bodies will break!
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Is it?
Be safe.
The Iron Blood darken our shores again. But not for long. No more vengeance.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
How may I help you today, Clive? It's not... We've lost so much already. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive. And how could it not? But are we and... I cannot claim. Such ironic then.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
If all of us continue to work together...
You fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands.
Faster! That hurt, Toggle.
This one's awake. Let's see what's inside.
Help me.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
They were too fast. Or maybe I was too slow.
Stop that.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my lord. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the academy...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping, and they got wounded with them!
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You...
My brothers.
My dogs. Alone.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help.
And we thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
To me, Flame!
Nice try.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think...
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a...
You've never been one...
I see you're all in one.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Just patch me up as quick as...
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
To me, boy!
Do you see any more?
No.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as so.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were in?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, the inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our out...
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you...
My lord. Oscar?
It is an honor. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch?
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's...
Well, go on, then.
Yes. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in... And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy... Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are...
It's all right. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire?
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle.
I would not have it... I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield. You, or my uncle.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it. I can't.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Akashic, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very—
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart. And they have provided a place for the injured.
You're a pike.
I've got a pack of them glowing things found.
Leave that to us.
But my family.
Don't leave me.
They're still in
It's all right. Give me your arm.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and...
Do you remember where you...
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Come on. All right.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are all...
You have the town sacked.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison...
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task, certainly... it's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever... Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier, and the people I love include the... Now, if you...
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this is... But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive.
So...
The moon.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering what hours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right...
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys, too.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part. Now's not the time. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate. 'Twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.